choking love to enslave me. Free to use the will that God gave me. No more stealing of my confidence. Suddenly life begins to make some sense. As all around me, beauty begins to unfurl. Hello world, can you look at me and see that I am totally free to be me, no more crying, free to feel without denying. Only up, no more down, no more going round, facing the ground.
I am free to be who I am. I am free to be me. And that includes all that I am. My entirety is included in that. It's free to be what it's supposed to be. How y'all doing?
Hello.
Good.
Bless,
Welcome.
bless,
Hey, come on, y'all. Everybody clap your hands to be here. Welcome to Wednesday's Woman. I'm your host, Lady Crystal Davis Wells, and we welcome you into the house of RMC, Roscoe's Media Center, the house that Johnny Morris built, the studio that has what you need to get your message across worldwide. What we're doing here today, we're going to continue a topic that we had last week when my son was here, you know, the music producer, well, one of the music producer's sons that I have. So we're going to continue talking about music, the power of music. And so before we go any further with our music, we also have some conversation that we're going to talk about relationships and talking about the acting, the theater arts, you know, the performing arts, the drama, television, all that kind of stuff. So we have some wonderful guests, exciting guests, I want you to know. And before we go into all of our guests, you remember I was in Vegas last, what was it, the 18th, 19th, and 20th, yes, of this month for my brother's 80th birthday. You remember that. We went there. See, this is my brother. This is not him at 80. This is him when he was on the football field. He was on the bench right now. But he was on the football field probably checking it out. I don't know if they won or he just had to tackle somebody. I don't know what happened. But this is him, and this was a part of the demonstration that went on. It was at the Bellagio Hotel in Las Vegas, a beautiful thing. And his wife, Carol, had, when you look at these were like arches that came from one side of the wall to the other side, and they met in the ceiling with pictures going up the entire length of the arches. So I don't know if you guys can see these pictures here.
Tremendous.
Yeah. And so Mr. Davis is his name, Willie D. Davis. And you saw one of those said Hall of Fame, I think he did. Did you see that? Yeah, he was inducted in the Hall of Fame back, I think, in 81. And I'm not very good in my making them straight. But he played professional football, played in the first 2 Super Bowls. See, that says Hall of Fame right there. And he has a few rings. I think they said he has 4 rings, I guess. I don't know.
Willie Davis was outstanding.
Listen to this. Come on over there. Talk about it, Steve.
Willie Davis was outstanding. I believe that's Green Bay Packers. Am I right about that?
You got that right.
I believe that Willie Davis also was the owner of KAC Radio.
You got that right.
And was a wonderful person I worked with over on La Brea in Inglewood.
Yeah.
Gave my first start in commercial radio sales.
Look at that. Look at that.
He was outstanding. Willie Davis, one of the greatest persons I've ever met. Yes.
Oh, wow. Kudos. Shout out to you, Big Willie D. You got somebody in here that knows you and work with you. That's Brother Steve. We're going to be talking to Brother Steve later. You all know I'm perspiring like a wild woman, but that happens most of the time when you reach my age. Now, this is our other brother. That's Robert, and that's Willie's wife, Carol. You can see that pretty good. I know I've got a reflection. And this was the welcoming sign. Oh, that was the welcoming sign that when we got to the Bellagio, the area. Da-da-da. And then that's me with Big Brother. Isn't that cute? I started to put that wig on, but it didn't look right, so I thought I'd just bring my natural on out. And that's Belinda. Did you know Belinda? Belinda is his assistant over there, executive assistant.
Oh, man, she was outstanding as well. She stayed in the back. She was back there, man. And
this is Belinda
anytime
right
I need
here,
some help, she was always
Carol
there for
on
me.
the other side.
Yes, she was there.
Uh-huh. And so there's wonderful pictures here that I wanted to share. But look, you got to see these. They were walking him out, right? Mm-hmm. And he had a hip replacement surgery and a knee replacement surgery.
Right.
So he can still walk. So here they bringing him out on stage.
Okay.
Can you see him in the middle right there? Those 2 chicks on the side. And then he gets halfway to the seat. He's trying to chase one of them. He's like, girl, where you going? Don't leave it. She said, I got to go, Mr. Davis.
Sounds like Mr. D.
Then they got him to sit down, and he's still trying to pull on her. Come here, gal. Ah! But it was it was one of the most beautiful programs, dinners. Vince Lombardi Jr. was there to speak. Really? The CEO of MGM United Artists was there to speak. Wow. Oh, they had Gale Sayers. Gale Sayers played for the Chicago Bears.
Number 40. He
was there. And it was just like, wow, look at all these wonderful, great names of people that we've heard of, over the years. And now you're in the same room with them. I felt like, oh.
Well, Mr. Davis touched a lot of lives,
Well, you know what? I am one of those lives. Even though I'm a sister, I'm still a fan, and I was able to shine. As the baby sister, I have to try to take my moments. So I was able to shine. This is one of they had these round things, and I went and stood in the middle of it. It was like these round crystal things hanging from the ceiling all the way to the ground. Mm-hmm. I said, take a picture with me in here. Wow. So it's like, what's that look like? Water. So
you're shining right now.
I just had a ball. Yes. I had a ball. And then they had the photo booth, so everybody that came in got one of these pictures. And then it has Happy Birthday, Willie Davis, some of the 80th birthday. So it was a very grand event. And my nieces, which is my brother Al, Big Al. Where's Big Al? That's me and Willie right there, too. And so, did you know Al worked at the station? These are my nieces and my nephew. The one in the middle is Willie's daughter, and the 2 on the end are Al and Dell's daughter and son. So this is my wonderful family. I had such the blast time. And this is Sharice. This is the young lady I named my baby girl after. She was the receptionist at KACE. Yeah. And I would call her. I was pregnant with my daughter. I would always call almost every day with some kind of news. What's going on over there? So it was her birthday that Saturday. So it was like a reunion, and it was just Fabulous. So I just want you to know, big brother, thank you so very much. I'm looking forward to real big connections now. Okay, I'm old enough. I can handle it. Now, moving right along. I
have a question for you.
Sure.
Willie Davis's surgeries, hip and knee surgery, come as a result of his football playing?
Most definitely. That's how that kind of plays out after you've been around. And he was quick. I was listening and reading some of his stats. He was quick for his size. And so he was able to, get there and get that quarterback a lot. So he was pretty quick on his feet.
Price you have to pay, yeah.
And he was hitting them hard, So all of that impact.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a blessing. I think when I heard an interview, he said only thing that really ever happened to him while playing, he had his teeth knocked out. So he had, a partial here. But he's really gone through great. Yes, dear.
Yes. What year has all those injuries have occurred? I was just curious.
Now, the injuries themselves, not to say they were injuries, but the result of hitting and all that stuff, it just the wear and the tear over the years, the deterioration of the bones and the different joints and things. So, basically, I think he had his knee surgery maybe 10 years ago or so, and then the hip replacement I think was maybe 10 years ago, and the knee surgery was just as recent as maybe a year or two.
Right.
Yeah. So he was rolling on his little scooter, he didn't have to be walking around. But when he got ready to get on stage, he had the girls in his cane. They walked him up. So, I have to say, really, he's done a well job. Because I remember my life was really impacted greatly being, the sister or just being, in that arena and that little unit that they had with the radio station, and then he distributed the beer all around the city. I was thinking about that. I said, Lord, he got a lot of people drunk. Probably a lot of people went to jail.
Let's go with he made a lot of people happy.
So, they made him happy. Hopefully they were able to be responsible with it. So, but he has had a great impact on my life, and I'm still, putting my efforts together to reach some of the levels that he has reached in business, in community. I don't know what I'm going to do without his help, to get to that level, but I know one thing, my God is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that I could ever ask.
Amen.
So that's what has kept me, I haven't had his money to, sustain me. I've just, been able to kind of work on my own and make a few dollars here and there.
That's right.
But just having the rich heritage and the knowledge of and the connections, because I think I'm here because of my brother's connection, because Johnny Morris used to work at KACE, and I met Johnny Morris back in the 90s, and then, on and on and on. So this is the result of what my brother's career has done for me being here. And I'm really taking it very serious now. They're the ones that I'm really going to go to when we were talking about this big $30 million movie deal that we wanted to put together with Richard Roundtree and all of the other actors and David that was in that crew.
Right.
These are the people who I'm going to take my project to.
Absolutely.
I'm taking to my brother, my nephew Dwayne, who runs the station, and then say, look, I want to go to MGM. Y'all back me up here.
Absolutely.
So I need you all to back me up.
Right.
So when I go to them, we are ready. We are tight. We've got shows produced on RMC that we can easily take and edit and present, because we have to see the bigger picture.
Absolutely.
No problem.
Now,
no problem.
The thing is, I'm all over the place, but I wanted to talk to Jerrod.
Hello.
And Shawn.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. How are you both?
Fine. And yourself?
How are you?
So we're going to set the record straight, even though they didn't write their last name here. He probably did it on purpose. But anyway, I'm going to leave it alone. They're not married.
No relation.
They're just a male and a female wanting to come together to do something real in the relationship field.
Absolutely.
He say, she say.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He say, she say.
He said no problem. Tyrone say no problem.
He say, she say.
So now, welcome to Wednesday's Woman. And this is the show where we do not bash the man, even though we uplift the woman, because the woman we feel, as the word has told us, is the weaker vessel. She needs a little more support and everything.
Right. Totally agree.
And needs her space to be creative and, to help her mate, if she has one, be a better mate.
Right.
Okay? So we welcome you here. And give us a little synopsis of what you all have been doing, and go ahead on and tell us what you need us to know, because you're getting ready to say something else.
First and foremost, I want to thank you and show my appreciation and tell you that I appreciate you giving us the slot, giving us the opportunity to speak about our show. He Say, She Say. I am King Jerrod Jones. This is
Shawn Jones.
And basically our show is called He Say, She Say. We talk about relationships, basically like an urban situation or like a more, are we risque?
A little bit.
We're risque.
A little bit.
No holds barred. We talk about premarital sex. We talk about love, relationships.
Polygamy. We talk about monogamy. We talk about the difficulties in relationships, the great things about being in relationships. We pretty much cover it all. Anything having to do with men and women.
So where can your show be heard or seen?
Our show can be, we have a YouTube show. It's entitled
It's
He Say,
visual.
She Say. Exactly.
Okay.
On YouTube, He Say, She Say. You can type in either He Say, She Say. You can type in King Jerrod Jones, and it should give you an opportunity to subscribe. And it's how many shows? We probably have like 20 shows.
We probably, around 20.
Like 20 shows.
And where are you producing your shows now? If I may.
What city is it?
Harbor City.
Harbor City.
Okay. Are you looking for a new studio?
We are,
by any chance?
and that's why.
Yes.
we are. And again, I thank you for giving us the opportunity to present that, because that is what we're looking to, expand or, for a better situation.
To grow.
To grow.
Yeah. Well, this is the place I will say that it's not just say to grow, but flow in such a way that you would have never expected from a little internet, television station, with little HD cameras, webcams, this is the place. And we deal with some very professional people in the business. I'm not talking about your everyday, I want to do a show. Right. Okay, girl, let's go do a show. Right. What you going to talk about? I don't know. Right. People that are very distinguished, very, intellectually, what do you call it? Astute. They can take you there and give you some information, make you go, what? Because they have researched. So you get a lot of good information from RMC.
And I understand. I've researched that and figured that out.
And you found that out.
That's exactly
that's
why
you're here.
Exactly
Excellent. Well, with me, I'm the person, I try to give everybody an opportunity to do what they feel they are here to do. Period. On the planet.
Right.
Because I'm a church musician. You don't know that, but I've been a church musician for over 30, 40 years. And so I'm the choir director and all of that, so I, give the singers time, because I can do it all. I can sing and do the whole show. I can preach, but it's like you have to give others an opportunity.
Right.
We know we're multi-talented.
Absolutely.
We can do this and everything, but give somebody else a chance.
Right.
So this is why I'm here, to give you and others a chance to not only be, like I said, seen or heard, but to really flow. And this is a worldwide situation, so we want to really get to those financial rewards for being here, because there is opportunity to get the financial rewards. And so we're looking at lining up people who can help us financially know how to brand ourselves and market ourselves and get ourselves in the right positions to be all that we need to be. So anything else you wanted to say? You got your YouTube show. You're currently showing it on YouTube. You got any blog talk? What you got?
Yeah, we also have a Blog Talk Radio. You can find us at He Say, She Say as well on blogtalk.com.
Okay.
Again, like I said, we talk about relationships. Anything you want to ask?
From two very different perspectives.
Oh, that's another thing.
From a male perspective and a female.
And we vary.
How'd you guys meet? How'd you meet?
Well,
he stalked me.
I do.
I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm really kidding. I'm kidding.
So say now,
Whoa.
this Jones.
I'm kidding. No, I'm
this
kidding.
Jones.
I'm kidding.
Boy.
Synonymous name here.
Now we're getting somewhere.
No, I'm really kidding. I'm really kidding.
No, well, actually, I was seeking.
I love it.
I came up with the idea. He Say, She Say, and I was actually looking for a partner. I was looking for a woman's perspective, and believe it or not, I went through a lot of women to try to find the special, the beautiful Shawn Jones, and so she's a perfect fit. You want to tell them your credentials, or do you want to? Don't be modest.
Well, I have a background in psychology, as well as education and behavioral science.
Right. So she was a perfect fit when I met her. When we conversed about the idea, she actually added to the show concept that I just thought I was going to bring a woman's perspective, but it went way further than that. So it was
that's a
love at first.
Oh my God! Oh my gosh.
As far as the he say, she say was concerned.
There's a question coming from Mr.
Yes,
David
yes, sir.
McKnight.
He say, she say radio show.
Yes, sir.
Is it just the two of you, or do you have guests on your show?
Thank you, sir.
Good
Or
question.
does it just call in, or how does that work?
We first of all, we have call in. We have a call in number, and we encourage everybody to call in because she's one woman and I'm one man. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone has ideologies and ideas, and we like to share and possibly come up with a better conclusion. So, and we are looking into having guests, but right now we just have the call in.
Two of you.
Yes,
Just
and the
two
call
of
in.
us.
And the call
But we
in.
also use social media, and people on our social media networks have the opportunity to ask us questions, and then we respond to them.
I got a ton of questions I want
Online.
to ask right now.
David, keep it real. I see this light here blinking. LaRon, does that mean we have a caller?
Yes.
No, it's just blinking. Yeah, you see it. What should be blinking? The red one?
I'm pretty sure we're going to get a lot of callers.
Okay, well, we don't have a caller yet. That's just a blinking
please
caution
call
yellow
in for a real
light.
one.
If you want to call,
Call in for a real one.
323-965-1600. 323-965-1600 is our calling number. You got about 30 minutes or more. And depending on how hot this evening goes, we can extend our time.
Wow.
Steve goes, wow, yeah. So, anything else you want our wonderful audience to know about you two?
Anything else you want to know?
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Can I get a sample of he said, she said?
Yes, you can. Sing. You ready? Sing.
Here we go.
Hi, my name is Jerrod Jones, the King Jerrod Jones, and I'm here with
The beautiful LaShawn.
the beautiful Shawn Jones.
Hi, everybody.
And we're he say, she say. We like to tackle relationship issues. We allow call-ins. We'll usually give out our number, call-ins, and we encourage you guys to call in. And we'll basically next talk about the topic, and that's when she'll
Throw the topic out there.
Throw the topic out there.
So one of our hot button topics is monogamy.
Oh, wow.
Right.
I personally believe in monogamy. Someone does not
Right.
believe
Right.
in monogamy.
Right.
Well, we don't know who that is around here. That could be anyone.
Subject of premarital sex.
We talk
about
we
that
talk
as
about
well.
that.
I have a good opinion about that.
Well, can we have your opinion and let's flow
Well,
and
my
see what...
opinion, I've thought about this considerably, and I think that premarital sex is a no-no based on biblical scripture. And I think that God is right when he put that in biblical scripture that you should not have premarital sex, because I think that if you've never had, loving couple have never had previous sex before they get married, then they have a very unique and special bond with each other. So when the problems arise in their relationships, they have a stronger, more connected way to stay with each other. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because if you've had other things to compare all of that with, then you're subject to say, well, I'm going to go back to that other, way. I'm going to go back to that other thing. So I believe that God is right, according to biblical scripture, that you should not have premarital sex.
And the funny part about that, although I may agree or disagree, we have people that disagree. In our show, or from my perspective, I'm different. With that being said, I deal with the actualities and the realities of it's happening, it's occurring. Although this is the fairy tale, and of course the right thing to do is to have one woman, one man, we have to deal with the actualities and the realities of today's society. And that's why I coined the phrase urban, because this is happening in the youth. I know maybe you being an older gentleman, you guys stick to that, and that's what you guys were into. But unfortunately, we have social media, we have TV, everything.
Multimedia.
Exactly. So, again, I try, with our show, although we want to throw the image of what's supposed to be done stereotypically and not fantasy, morally, thank you, we still deal with what's really occurring. We dealing with the actuality. For example, 85% of men cheat. You can research this. This is a fact. This is not King Jerrod Jones facts. These are facts. So I am here to represent or to explain these 85% of men. Not saying I'm not saying I'm not, but I'm here to explain them.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, I agree with you because I've researched that myself on a personal basis.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And we talk about men cheating.
Right.
I know all about that.
Right.
Tyrone
Telling on
and Steve.
yourself over there.
Wow.
Well, I know all about it.
You know, I like to talk about too, like, you know, like there's a lot of women that say good men are hard to find, and there are a lot of good men out there, but a lot of the women don't choose the good men. They choose these thugs. These guys is weird and dressed like, you know what I mean, like, you know, like wear like weird fabrics and stuff. We're, you know, real men. We out there on the grind every day. There are good men, and there's some women that can't cook, can't clean.
That's true.
You know, they
It's
only make
unfortunate.
top ramen dishes. That's all I want to say for now.
Can the beautiful Shawn
That's
Jones
all I have
cook?
to say for now.
Yeah, you know I can cook. You eat my food.
She said, look,
He knows I can cook.
Let me make this plain. I do weddings. I do bar mitzvahs. I do all kind of wonderful ceremonies. So if you need a singer, a wedding coordinator, anything like that, you let me know.
For
Thank
us?
you very much.
And that's-
I see the red light flashing. Does that mean there's a caller? You see me hit that
I love it.
because I love your activities there. So do I pick up the phone? I'm picking up the phone. Do I hit it? Ready? Which one?
Hello.
Hit it? Oh, no,
Hi,
it's
I don't
okay.
know if I called the right number
hello?
for the show.
Hello? Yes, I can hear you. How are you? Excellent. Who am I speaking with? Hi, Katie. And who do you know on my show today? You know King Jerrod Jones.
There he is.
Can you see the muscle?
for you.
Can we
put a muscle
zoom
on?
in?
Put the muscle on.
Do we have to zoom in?
Oh,
Do we
my
have to
God.
zoom in on this? These are my nephews.
Oh my goodness. Okay, darling, how are you doing? I got another caller, but you don't go away. Hold on, okay? Hold on. Hello, caller. How are you? I'm fantastic. No, I'm not fantastic. I am great and all that. So they tell me that when you say fantastic, that's a part of a fantasy. So I'm not living a fantasy. I'm living a real dream life. So I'm having a wonderful time. So who am I speaking with? Ronan? Oh, Ronan. I like that name.
Hi, Ronan.
Uh-oh. Somebody says hi, Ronan. So you're the guest of, you know, who on the show? You're calling in for the first time? So you don't know anybody from the show? You just happen to be just tuning in? Oh, you know, Shawn. You all are working it out. They've got callers calling. Nobody called for me. Nobody called to do me. I'm feeling like, wow. Well, how have you enjoyed the show so far? Can anybody hear? Can they hear this?
We
you
can
guys
hear
hear
you.
you.
We can hear perfectly.
You can't hear the caller?
No.
No.
Say something. Did I hit the wrong button that we missing the caller? Because they can't hear the caller. Oh, wait a minute. Did we miss my caller?
Yeah.
Hello?
I can still hear her, but I can't hear her.
Okay, I can hear you.
Oh, that's Katie on the phone.
Katie.
Yeah.
Oh, Katie. Okay, now I'm talking to Ronan on this call, but y'all can't hear Ronan. Okay, hold on a minute, Ronan. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Yes. So we have everybody on the phone?
Right.
I guess so.
Oh, my goodness. Can I have a phone? This is like a record. I've never had this happen before. That's not a record, but this is like a wonderful thing. So you all can hear everybody?
Yeah.
I can hear everybody now.
So tell me how you enjoyed the show so far.
Well, it's my first time, and I'm enjoying it so far. First time caller, so I definitely want to support definitely Fact Media and Radio. So here I am.
And I enjoyed it, but I've heard on YouTube already. But I was just calling to support and hear what else they have to say, because it's always something entertaining.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we're so delighted to have you. Colin, go ahead,
I
Jerrod.
also wanted to, forgot to make mention of the day and time of our show.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
The show is live stream on YouTube. Again, you can go find the link at He Say, She Say. And it's on Tuesdays at
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock p.m.
That's
Every
wonderful.
Tuesday, we're live. We have callers that call in. If you're friends with me on Facebook, King Jerrod Jones. I will accept your friend request, and then you will see every Tuesday we're live at 8 p.m. We give out the call-in numbers, so on and so forth. Or you can reach Shawn. You can Facebook Shawn. She's more conservative than me.
A little bit.
But
I'm just so delighted.
I
to
hope
have
a lot
you
bit.
both here.
A lot. You're right. A lot.
He knows. Ronan knows. Okay, well, I just want you all to know you're welcome. to, the show anytime. And however we can be of service to you here at RMC, we look forward to doing that. And Ronan and Katie, I don't know if you all are close by where the studio is here in Los Angeles, but next time they come in, you all are welcome to come into the studio and enjoy it live here. Awesome. And the more the merrier. We have a beautiful restaurant here that we're located inside of. Yeah, I love my section over there, my music section. Brownstone's Bistro, located at 5047 West Pico Boulevard in the city of Los Angeles. And to you that are listening on internet in another state or another city, we want you to know that you can also interact with us. You can Skype. You can send us pictures or any information you would like for us to announce for you. We want to be of service to you as well, okay? So you guys spread that word.
One last thing. King,
yes,
is there a way you can give out your number live so in case they want to write it down so they can give you a call?
I can give out my email because if I give out my number, it's going to be crazy.
Okay. I'm going to have to be putting security on and be like, he needs security.
I'm going to need security.
It's going to be an explosion.
I love it.
Kaboom.
No, but I gave out the Facebook, King Jerrod Jones. Log in on Facebook and friend request me. Or my email address if you want to email me something personal, naturalkings@yahoo.com. And also, do you want to give yours out? Beautiful Shawn Jones.
On Facebook, I'm Shawn Jones.
Shawn Jones, that's it.
That's it.
SHAWN.
SHAWN.
I also wanted to make mention, too, kind of getting into our show, what we also do is we have different segments. One of the segments we do is called Entrepreneur of the Week. And what we like to do is give a shout out to businesses or people that's doing their own thing entrepreneurially. Is that a word? Entrepreneurially?
We can use that.
So,
Hold on. Oh, wow, we got like 2 callers. Hold on.
I like that.
Caller, you're on. How may I help you?
Hello, I got the wrong number. I was trying to call into this show. I'm sorry.
You got the wrong number?
Well, you made it to the big time.
Yeah,
So that's
I know. It's the right number.
I do. I got it.
Okay, caller, thanks for listening. Keep tuning in. You're on live with Wednesday's Woman. How may I help you?
Yes, I was just calling in to lend my support to the He Face, She Face show.
Hey! Who is this? Who is this? Who are we speaking?
This is Damon.
Hey,
What's up,
Damon?
Hey!
Hey,
What's up,
how you doing?
I love it.
Right.
Where you calling from, Damon?
I'm calling from Bellflower.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Do you have any feedback for about the show for people who haven't heard it or seen it?
Good question.
Absolutely. Just an unbiased approach to relationships, given their insight, very different opinions, but good entertainment, comedy, emotions, all of that, all wrapped in the one.
Thank you, Damon.
Thank you, Damon.
Hold on, David. We got another caller. Thanks for tuning in to Wednesday's Woman. How may I help you?
Oh, yeah, I got knocked off real quick.
Oh, you did? I may have messed that up. Okay, do I hit hold? And I think I knocked him off, too. So how do you do it? Hook it up.
Working it out. That's what we're doing right
Okay,
here.
what's happening here?
No problem.
Okay. Oh, now he got knocked off. Oh, my goodness. I think we're needing a phone lesson.
Do you want to repeat the call?
Hi, we have a caller on. Did we knock you off? Who's calling?
Yeah, I wanted to call to support my brother, the King.
Hey, who is this?
Hey, this is Antoine, man. What's up?
Hey, what's up, young man? How you
Hey,
feeling?
you're doing your thing, man. I enjoy what you do. Hey, I look forward to seeing big things from you, man.
Thank you,
This
man.
is
I
good.
appreciate it. I
This
really
is good.
appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it.
So who's on the line, Katie?
Yes, I'm still here.
Katie, you are holding on, baby. God bless you. I don't know how to make this thing. So did we hit hold for him?
Give
Can we get him to answer a question for me while he got me on the line?
Go ahead, baby.
Okay. I got a question, right?
Okay, all ears.
All right, so King Jerrod, how do you feel about people looking through people's personal property, like emails, all that stuff like that, phones, cell phones, and all that stuff? How do you feel about that? Do you think it's an invasion of privacy, or it seems like a woman has the right to snoop?
Well, in my dating snafus or woes, I've had those things happen, and it was an invasion of privacy. I know personally, even if I was in a committed relationship, if I was married, I wouldn't do those things. I wouldn't go on her phone. I wouldn't go on her email because the trust is broken. If you're in a situation, you have to have trust, and for you to snoop or go in someone's phone or whatever, is breaking trust. So I don't agree with it. I don't think it's cool. Do you happen to have a woman that does that?
What about if you have strong suspicions and you may feel like you really need some.
So you're looking for evidence, basically.
Evidence
of your suspicion.
What do you do in a situation like that?
Great question.
Strong suspicion.
Great question. And I'm going to deal with it personally. I'm going to address it personally. If I have strong suspicions of a female cheating or doing something that she isn't supposed to do, I will first have the conversation with her. But if I have those suspicions, it's off with her head. As simple as that. It's off with her head.
The phrase. The phrase.
We're speaking totally semantically there.
Off with her head. Yeah. Not literally. Oh, but she's dead.
Figurative language.
She's dead.
I think we have another caller with a question.
Okay.
But you know what, though? There's people that do lie. There's people that do lie.
Of course.
Yeah, they just want to keep you in the dark. So that's why sometimes people check things to make sure that they're not being lied to. It's not not insecurity. It's just they don't want to get their heart broken.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Tyrone.
So have you ever went into a phone or email or so on and so forth?
Oh, no, but I had somebody that went in my email and my phone.
Oh, no, that "oh, no" was very strong. That was very, very strong.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Did we have another caller that had a question? I don't know if I'm making this phone call right.
Is Antoine
anybody here?
Yeah.
Well, Tony, I hope did I answer your question. Basically, I don't agree with it. I don't think it's cool if that is occurring as a man. Now, this is about to get deep. As a man, you need to lay down the law and tell her what you're accepting and not accepting.
Wait a minute.
Never to call Shawn.
Wait. Never to call Shawn. See, this is where the show will get really good.
The law has tried to be laid, and
guess what?
And it has not been successful.
Guess what, sir? Guess what, sir? Guess what, sir? Guess what you do next?
What's that?
After you give her tell her what she's not going to do. Well, excuse me, what you asked her not to do. If she can't abide by what you're asking her to do, then it's off with her head. You have to lay down. You have to lay down your law, and you have to lay down what you're going to accept and not accept. And if she's not, like the beautiful Shawn Jones said, if she's not respecting you, you have a job to do. Her season may be over.
Well, we got to remember one thing, that everybody didn't make Noah's Ark. So maybe they don't make the ark that time.
Right.
It seems to be that way.
I call it the season being over. Because the season is over.
The season is over.
Like I don't play those kind of situations.
Especially they deny you like Peter.
Phone, but I don't know how to make this happen.
You are making it happen.
LeRon, who's listening? Who's on the phone? Because I got 4.
Oh, Antoine.
Did it hang up? Oh my God, what happened?
Hello?
Ronan?
Yes.
Ronan's still here.
Ronan's here.
And Katie.
Antoine, Katie, everybody's here.
Katie, do you have any questions?
Yes, and she mentioned about going through people's property. How do both of you guys think about putting a lock on your phone if you got a boyfriend or girlfriend?
Oh, my lock stay on. And I switch it up once a week.
I'll let it be known.
The lock's on.
Once a week?
I'll let it be known. I got a queen. I'll let it be known. I got a queen. If I got a queen, I got a queen. But if I'm single, I'm ready to mingle. That's just how it is.
I feel you.
I don't necessarily equate a lock to being secretive. Like, I've literally walked out of a store and left my phone sitting on the counter. I was fortunate enough to go back and it still be there, but had it not been, people would have had access to a lot of information.
To those unmentionables.
Thank you. And that's exactly why I have a lock on my phone.
You gonna put on business in the streets?
No, I don't know.
You all do know what you're doing on these telephones, all these what do they call them? Text messages and pictures. They go straight. I guess because I'm Google. I went on my Google and I'm seeing all these pictures. I didn't put everything I take on this little phone. It goes straight to the Google. So no more selfies that is bearing your everything. Y'all better shut that down because it will be. They will give you the option to make it go public.
The thing for me,
but
though,
it's very tricky.
If you don't have trust in your relationship, then you shouldn't be in that relationship.
Agreed.
That's right.
Agreed.
I got
That
you.
wasn't me in those pictures, baby. That's not me.
That stuff you keep private.
But nothing's private anymore.
I know.
And this is how I think our young people are really being raised. They don't have a privacy mindset. We were raised to be private.
Everything is public.
But I mean,
And it's
My daughter.
disgusting.
It's viral.
She's got whatever she's about to roll up and consume, taking pictures of it. Whatever she's about to eat, she's putting it on. So they're that kind of a lifestyle.
Right.
I don't feel good. I have a headache. I'm not going into school. I'm not going to work. That's on Facebook.
Right.
Who gives a care? You don't have it. So this is their mindset. So that's a major issue, really, that we're dealing with.
And
I mean, we're talking to one or two people. We're
already-
dealing with millions and millions and millions that have these same problems. So I think you guys need to do summits, conferences on these very issues that you're talking about. You got to go wide with them. You got to go big so people can get the attention. You can get their attention. They can know we need to change.
Absolutely.
Hey, America, we need to change our habits. This is how what we were talking about, David and yourself too, when we were out earlier about the entertainment industry, and we were talking about us as a people, our CP time, how we've been raised. We have some issues that just our seemingly race and cultural people deal with. We got our own little idiosyncrasies that really belongs to us, and we need to have summits on our issues.
And they affect us in a very negative way.
Real negative
That's
way.
really becoming more negative, I think, than ever before, because they really see us as indispensable. We're not of any real good use anymore.
It's been like that for the past 25 years, since the late 80s, when the crack cocaine happened in the 80s. You know, I remember when the drive-by shootings happened in like 84, 85, and the crack came in. That's when things started getting really bad. I started seeing things really change.
For our community, our
For
families.
our community, our families.
Yes,
And then the
it got very
gentrification going on
dispersed.
now.
Yes, taking over. These phones are just binging.
Excuse me, I just want to know, what is CP time?
Colored people's
Colored
time.
people's time.
Generally, you
Colored
15,
people's
20
time.
minutes,
Colored
30
people's
minutes, 2
time.
hours.
Late,
behind
right.
everybody else.
Or
Right.
they say,
You late.
they say
Fashionably
black
late.
people's time.
Oh,
Black
So,
people's
time.
I don't know how to do
CP
this.
time.
So press which one? Because I was cutting them off. Caller, you there? How are you?
Hey, how you doing? This is Damon. I got dropped from the line. I just wanted to get back in.
Welcome back, Dave.
You got
Well, hello
you have
there.
a question?
Hey. Yeah, I got a question. How do you determine when you want to take a situation from casual to serious?
Is that for the beautiful Shawn Jones?
Either or.
What was his question? See, I don't have no earphones. I can't hear nothing. So what did he say?
I'm gonna let the beautiful Shawn
How
Jones.
can you determine when you want to take a situation from casual to serious?
Oh.
I would say that it comes from the heart. What does your heart say? How does your heart feel? You know, what is your heart saying to your head? When your heart is feeling certain things and is saying certain things to your head, then you should probably start embarking on a serious, close relationship.
Do you want to hear King Jerrod Jones the Great's answer?
Let's hear that.
First of all, look at my T-shirt.
Oh my God!
Wow. Look at that T-shirt.
Say by me, for me, because of me. It's about me. Go ahead.
Always,
Hey,
always.
Can we see that T-shirt
Oh,
one more
yes, sir.
time?
That's nice.
The thing is catching him up.
We met over time.
There you go.
Okay.
He's wearing himself.
And I will show you my boots.
Oh
He
my!
probably took that picture today.
He
and
probably
had the shirt
did.
made for the show. He's gonna be live on Wednesday's Woman. He went and made.
Do I get Timberland
gosh.
promotions?
It's too
Timberland
much.
promotions.
Too much.
This is what our hour looks like when we're together.
So, with that being said, answering the question, I know when I'm ready to go from casual to serious when the woman is ready to submit.
Oh my
And
goodness!
submission
The
is
phones are lighting up.
right.
Okay,
I
wait,
know.
hold on.
Hey, how do you feel about that person? How do you
Caller.
really feel?
Yes, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Is this someone new or the same person?
Katie said, "Mm-hmm."
Oh my goodness! Lights are flashing. Okay, let's see.
When you,
It's heavy.
Hold on, just hit that one. Do.
This is Ronan.
Okay, let's see what's up. Was he saying something?
He wants to answer. Ronan wants to answer.
And the question I had was to both black men and women. What is it going to take? And I'm asking you all for your suggestion. What is it going to take for all of us to wean ourselves from being willing co-signers for the lives we live?
I'm sorry, co-signing for what?
I said to wean ourselves from being the willing co-signers of the lives we love to live.
Oh, wow, that's an excellent question right there. To be co-signing with the lives we live, because what we're doing is we want to live a certain way, and that's understandable. But the thing is, to wean yourself away from something that you believe for your whole time takes a whole lot of work.
Agreed.
I
totally agree with that.
Yes, I agree with that, too.
This is DJ L.A. Steve over here that just answered that question. Steve, give us a little of your background real quick. And I know this has been the He Say, She Say show, but you go ahead on and give us a bit of your background.
No, I think that my background is in He Said, She Said all my life, I mean, you know what I mean? But my background is in education, along with communication, I've done the radio thing for a while, have a background in communications, went to Texas A&M and did the whole thing, and I work with the youth, and I work with people, and I think communication is always going to be the key. You have to listen to everything that people are telling you, and they're going to let you know what they want to do. When it comes down to being serious, they'll let you know. And I was told that the woman's going to decide how it goes if you watch the Animal Channel or you watch Discovery Channel. It tells you everything you need to know. So if you really want to know something, watch ID Channel. At least they tell you what not to do.
Right. I live on the ID Channel.
With your music and your entertainment in the schools and stuff, what are you doing?
Well, I do special ed. I'm putting in some workshops with some people. I do some events, do some fundraising for people. And what I try to do is channel in the education along what's happening right here and what's happening in the community. So I reach back to people and try to explain what's being said. What I found is a lot of our communications when it comes to relationships are based on misconception of what's being said. There's what I said, and then there's your story.
Absolutely.
I could tell my brother across the way I'm going to pick him up and take him out to dinner, and then for some reason I don't. Now my name is messed up, and Steve's a bad guy. But all that happens, I had a flat tire, couldn't get there. Now his story is that I'm a bad guy, and I stood him up, and his story becomes everyone else's truth.
Right.
That's real.
That's where communication gets all jacked up at. And real quickly. You got to meet people where they are. I mean, I had a student, last year, actually about 2 years ago, and I'll tell you, since we're on the internet, I can tell you, he's a Hispanic kid, and he was a special ed kid. He looked me dead in my face and said, "Fuck you, you black ball head motherfucking bitch." That's what he told me. That's what he told me. So after he was suspended for a week, we come back to he had an extended time out, and so they come and bring me back into the meeting. So I've got the administrator, got the parent, I got the psychologist there, I've got police there, everybody's there, and then one another say, "Well, hey, Steve," they say, "Yeah," because it was threatening, so they didn't know, and they said, "Well, what do you think about it, Mr. Washington?" I said, "Well, it's true, I'm black." And then then he looked at me and said, and I said, well, at the time I was 39. And he said, well, I'm bald, so that I'm bald, and I date mothers. So that might make me. And the guy said, "Shut your mouth." And it was almost like they played the theme of Shab. Said, "Shut your mouth."
What about that B word?
But that bitch thing is where I had the problem.
What about that B word?
That bitch thing was where I had the problem with. But so after we've had the conversation, I got him out of special ed immediately, returned him to regular ed, and he is now in junior college. Because it was determined that it was nothing special ed about that kid, because he articulated
exactly what was on his mind.
Can I ask you a question? So do you think that was a good thing or a bad thing in the situation that occurred?
Well, if you want to go with the ends justifying the means, it was the greatest thing in the world.
Ever.
It was telling yourself. It's the best thing I ever heard. It was the most amazing thing I ever heard. Right. But it was real. Right. And the thing is that I saw the kid, really, I saw him literally 3 months ago, and he walked to me and said, "Mr. Washington, thank you, because you believed in me." I said, "Oh, okay."
Wow. Right.
And that's what you do it for, that right there.
I mean, so when you're looking at it from a whole total perspective, when it comes to relationships or education or what have you, communication is always the key. And asking people repeatedly, "What did you say to me? What does it mean?" It's kind of like he said, she said. I'm really digging that format because that's right. He said, she said. Mm-hmm. I know that's what he said. That's what she said. Now, what really happened there comes the key. What do you think about that?
Straight from the source.
Yes. How do you feel about what I'm saying? Are you agreeing with what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I agree. And that's why the irony in what took place was if you want to call it that, a blessing in disguise, and ultimately it ended up being a good thing out of a negative situation. So that's why I just wanted to ask that question.
Yeah, absolutely. Because now what happens when you get to that perspective, this child also can't say that another minority didn't do anything for him. Right. So he can't say, I hate all black people, I hate all these people, because he has been helped by the other race. Right. So now you're bridging further gaps, which changes the whole dynamic and perspective of what's really going on here in L.A.
You're absolutely right.
I want to say something to David McKnight. And David McKnight Productions is represented here, this gentleman. I wanted to say something. Now, all that you've heard here tonight and that you've participated in, how can we begin to interact? We were talking about presenting and producing sitcoms and bringing in actual productions in the studio. Now, can you see us, even with these that are here, being the actors, creating something that we can start doing from a production level, acting,
absolutely,
relationships and all this stuff?
Yeah, I think you definitely can do that based on some of the topics that He Say, She Say talks about. But myself, as an actor, film, television, a lot of years, a lot of things over the years, 100 stage plays, member of the Actors Studio, film, television, all kind of stuff like that. That's my life. That's what I live. I consider myself a deep thinker. I really do. I consider myself a deep thinker. So what I would be interested in doing or seeing or being in contact with is people who really get deep about these subjects and so forth. You know what I mean? So, for example, the responsibility to each other, being on time, things like that. I think the use of the N word in our music, the use of the B word in our music, the disrespect that we have for each other, and I think that we as a people, we accept too many frivolous, nonsensical things in our lives, and we romance these things. We romance these things, and we make fun out of them and have fun with them. And I think that it's part of the reason why we have 245 killings in Chicago on one weekend among young African American kids. That's because we subscribe to too much foolishness, and we don't want to. Absolutely. We don't want to think deep about things and give respect to things. One of the things I want to say before I close out. One of the things I want to say to young people, if there are any young listeners, if I'm talking to young people, teenagers, pre-teenagers, one of the things that I can ask them. Be a deep thinker and think about what is it that you want to do with your life. Do you want to live your life in a constructive way or a destructive way? Just think about those two different words. Meditate on that. Think about how do you want to live your life? Do you want your life to be constructive or destructive? And you will be able to analyze what you're doing with your life. If you're a gang member, analyze, is that constructive or destructive? And certainly, very quickly, you can say, well, this is destructive, so I'm going to move away from that. So that's what I think young people need to be deep thinkers about and start thinking about things like, you got a whole life to live. You might live to be 85, 90 years old. Do you want your life to be based on being constructive or destructive?
Absolutely.
That's right.
Share that with you.
Well,
think about it.
If I could, real quickly. That's right. We were talking earlier about the Stephen A. thing in ESPN, and what I was sharing with you was they were talking about how 20% of women are now the new target in the NFL, and how if they didn't make a change or if they didn't do anything, that they could possibly lose that 20%. The market would maybe boycott and they lose money that way. But what we were talking about was exactly what you're saying and thinking very deeply. It's bigger than the NFL and it's bigger than ESPN. It's that ESPN is owned by ABC, and so now you're looking at 20% of ABC. Or probably 70% of ABC, because that's who's watching Desperate Housewives and watching all those shows and Jimmy Kimmel and those shows. So now it gets even deeper than that because ABC is owned by Disney, and who is taking their children to see Mickey Mouse? Mostly women. So we're looking at a whole lot of money that could be boycotted. So if you're going to think deeply about something, like you said, we have to go all the way in the paint, because all the guy said was he said that was his opinion. And so are we in a society where we can give our opinion freely, or we're in a society where we can give our opinion freely, just which conversation are we having, so that way we know how to phrase the conversation. And that's okay. There are two conversations that we can have. There's one that there's mutual dialogue back and forth, and then there's a conversation called venting, where you just want to talk crazy to me, and if you let me know which conversation I'm having, I'll know exactly what to do with that conversation.
Do we have any rules or any regulations that you would call a code of ethics for us as a people?
Wow.
Good subject.
Ooh, good topic. I want to say something
I
about
know
that
for
one.
me,
We need a code of ethics.
We need
nothing
a
else,
code of ethics again.
if nothing else, for me, my personal code of ethics, and it's a lot of them, but I would say at the top of the list would be honesty. For me, it's honesty. Even in dating, even in friendship, in business and everything, but primarily, like I was saying, in dating, honesty. If I'm dating 3 women, all 3 women will know that I'm dating them.
And he's telling the truth.
And she will, because it gives the
He's
option.
researching.
It gives the option.
That's a decision.
I'm going to give you the option to opt in or opt out.
I agree with that.
Now, like I said, honesty. So
I know men on that level. I'm 54, believe it or not.
54?
I've been married 4 times. This is my 4th marriage that I'm in.
Really?
3 years.
Get out of here.
I could bring you a whole lot of topics, honey, and keep you here all night long. But the main thing is, we are here and we represent something. We represent a piece of not only the puzzle, but we represent a piece of the equation to our success, to us turning our world around, upside down, inside out, and making it what it is supposed to be, what it was originally meant to be. We have that power sitting in this room, okay? So I'm going to say to you all sitting in this room and those of you who are listening, we are taking our time and our efforts and connecting them together. We are creating, we are producing, we are opening up opportunities, setting stages, and relaying some foundations for you, the viewers, you, the listeners, you that are here, you that are connected to us, to change things through the arts, through the entertainment, through the sports, and through us coming together, recognizing it's family first that really makes a difference in this world. God is the head of all things, the Most High, the creator of the universe. We have to reconnect that relationship.
Absolutely.
We've got to recognize who we were created to be from the Most High, and where are we in that? Because I really believe it takes it back to the plane, good or evil. You're with God or you're against God. You have made your decision to go to hell, or you've made your decision to go to heaven. Right. Now, it's all right here before us. If you'd like to make a call. Some people can't sleep. They can't eat. You need help. They can't relax. They can't even make a sound decision because they all messed up in the head. That's a form of hell right here on earth.
Right.
Some people are so happy.
That's right.
You can't stop them from laughing. Right. You can't stop them from going and giving out their money and making sure everybody else is happy, because they know that's their mission. They're living and experiencing heaven right here on earth. So make a decision. Destruction or construction. And the destruction we know is hell. The construction is heaven, because we're always doing something. We're worshiping and praising the Most High. We're worshiping, not so much to say each other, but we're giving honor to each other. Girl, you look good, girl. I love that hair.
Here again, constructive or destructive.
Come on here.
Constructive
so we got
or
to
destructive.
make our own decision based on what was here before us.
We
the
gotta
Bible we
protect
know
our
was
family structure.
written, it's been tampered with, but there is some truth in there. Right. Get the truth that you can get from wherever the truth is found and put it together and make it work. You don't have to accept what the whole world is doing, because the Word of God has already told us the world is going the opposite of what God has told them to do.
Anyway.
So when you talk about Lil Wayne saying what he said about Rosa Parks and all these different nasty dialogues that we've heard through our rappers, they're not doing that because they want to get up and do that. They're getting paid to do it. They have signed their name to be a part of the hellish relationship that the world is experiencing. That's all.
Absolutely.
We're seeing God's people and the children of disobedience in action. The children of the light and the children of the dark. Now, the Word of God also said that the wicked will be more wise than the righteous. Why? Because the wicked really take time to do what they gonna do. We just, praise the Lord, what can I do today? But see, you've got to be rooted and grounded in what you're doing.
Yeah.
Ms. McKnight, okay. So the thing of what I'm saying, make your decision. I made a decision. I'm a child. I'm a woman of the Most High God. You know, I carry the word in this vessel. And I'm an ambassador. Wherever I am an ambassador. It is my job to represent the Most High, praise Him, you know, do what I know to do to let it be known who I am, what I'm representing.
Good and bad.
And so the thing is, we got to represent what side of the fence we're on. Because it's going to come down to a point. I was reading in 1 Peter 4, 7 through 11. It starts off saying the end of all things is at hand. The end of the world and the age, it's at hand. The end of all this mess is here. You remember how things changed in the 60s. Remember how it changed in the 30s, what it took and what happened after that. Now this new change for us is here. 2014 is here. Change your mentality. Change your vocabulary. You understand? Change your surroundings. If you have to move out of the city, move out of the city. If you have to move out of your household, move out of the household. Get into a place where you can function in the way that you know you're supposed to be functioning and doing what you know you've been called and gifted to do. If you have an ability that you know ain't nobody gave that to you but the Most High, work on it. Make it the best ability that you could ever have. It's over. Are we still streaming live? Okay, y'all know I will go a little beyond my time. I have that power because I am the executive assistant around here. I thank God for it. I'm not trying to, just make it worse. But I want to let you know I thank you for watching, all you callers, Katie, Ronan, Tony, Anthony, Dwan, David. You know, I want y'all to know I appreciate you and continue to support.
Thank you for
Shawn.
your support.
Yeah, Shawn and Jerrod. And I want to see you all. We want to build something here. We want a night while we're talking in here. We got 100 people outside waiting, and they're watching us, and they're cheering us on so we can make a movement. We need to leave from here and build on this. You know what I'm saying? This is Wednesday. You all are on Tuesday. So make this your Wednesday hangout. And we begin to create change. Let's start registering people. I have my registration form because I have workshops. I train in various things. I have partners that we train. We train in graphic arts, design, technology. We've got so many fields, fashion design, culinary arts. And so the thing is, we've got to bring all our gifts. That 1 Peter 4, 7 through 11, it talks about if any man speaks, let him speak as the oracles of God. Speak as if you are representing God right there. You know what I mean? Where everybody will stop, drop, and take a listen to what you're saying because the authority is coming out of your mouth. If you're going to minister, it said minister as to the oracles of God. Who's talking? Who's talking? Who's talking? Thank you very much. So the point is, let's do it. Because I'm fired up off of all y'all, but this is not the end. So go ahead on. Put your outline together. This is what you'd like to see coming out of this. This is a whole conglomerate here. We can move. We got some power. We can move some things. So we can put this in another venue. We can take this to the Los Angeles Convention Center, as we were talking about, where we're planning to go starting in September with some of our events. We have the Beauty for Ashes and the Man-to-Man Conference coming up September 20th at the Los Angeles Convention Center that we are part of. So we want to continue what we're doing, but we want to build it. And when we speak, we want some action. You understand? We don't have to march and put signs up and go through all the...
Absolutely.
Just know who to call, know what to say, and get it done. Praise the Lord. Yes, yes. Anything else?
I would like to say, please, listening audience, do not do not subscribe to negative things. Don't
I'm about to start stripping.
subscribe to negative things.
He said, don't subscribe to negative things.
Don't subscribe to negative things.
That's right.
And all I want to say is protect the family structure. Protect it. All those who have family and kids, protect it. Because I know somebody right now that protect their families. I got a partner right here. He watches over his son every day.
Can we keep the topics separate if we can?
No, honey, you got too many walks of life up in this room. No, shit, we gotta go together. We got too many topics in these individuals up in here. But the whole point is, it is about family. It's about relationships. It's about living together, loving together, knowing and, like you said, not subscribing to the negative. So anyway, any questions? LadyCjWells at gmail.com. That's Lady Chris CJ Wells at gmail.com. You know my number. I'll give it to you. I don't mind. Call me if I don't answer. That's too bad. Just at 323-239-9439. They probably have it already in the file. Hey, put number 1 on for me, LaRon. This is my son and his homeboy.
King Joe, you're number 1.
Tell me what to do. What I gotta do, baby, to get with you. Let me hear it. Can you hear it? I can't hear it. Y'all hear it?
All right. Tossing and turning, can't sleep at night. I just wanna have fun. I just wanna live life with someone like you. Girl, feels so right. We can smoke all day. We can smoke all night. I'ma bring it all down, girl.